These are all of my favorite musicals. I don't know why I do this to myself. Hey, it's Caitie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm wearing my glasses because I really need them to be able to read these horrific reviews. So today I'm going to be doing a part 3 of reviewing terrible musical reviews. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, I'll link the previous 2 in the description below. Pretty much I'm just gonna go onto TripAdvisor and select terrible and review the terrible reviews that were left for certain musicals. I've done like Wicked and Hamilton, Book of Mormon, and a few different ones in the past, but today I'm going to be tackling 6 the musical, Beetlejuice the musical, and I might check in on my old friend Hamilton just to see how it's going. So I've got my laptop here with me and let's get straight into it. So we're gonna start with Beetlejuice the musical. This is Beetlejuice on Broadway. Okay, so this first one, on the 1st of August 2019, 1 star review, terrible. Unexpected for the $$, rudeness, exclamation mark, exclamation, 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 exclamation. I can tell she's upset. All I can say, if you're rude because you don't like people, you shouldn't work. The old ladies that work here ruder. Everyone, the security is grumpy and in bad moods. Oh, FYI, if you have bad eyes, bring glasses, a lot of lights. The musical is all over the place. But what out the people that work here, rudest theatre I have ever went to. I would buy my stuff on Amazon. What? I understand you have a job because no one listens, but don't be rude, old ladies, mum back knees. This is how you get down. Wow. Such moving words. I actually don't know what to say to that because I don't know what I just read. There's actually only 2 terrible reviews for Beetlejuice, so they're doing pretty well. This one is from the 30th of May 2019, Clueless on Broadway. What? I don't know if they're like making a comment about Clueless, the musical, or that they're clueless. I'm not sure. And that's a lot of exclamation marks. That's maybe the most I've ever seen in one sentence. Uninspiring. No direction. I don't know where to begin to explain how a funny and strange classic movie could be butchered so bad. The storyline was altered so though the writers were attempting to recreate a classic and destroy it beyond repair. Personally, I think it's great that they changed it because then it's not like you're expecting the movie. It's its own version, its own take on the movie. Side note, that's how I feel like the Wicked movie should be done. I think it should be based off the book storyline or its own storyline and shouldn't be trying to copy the musical. I think it's a great way to do movie musicals. Change it up a little bit, make it a little bit unique. But that's just my opinion. I need to stop doing this. I do it way too often now. Where was the special effects? I haven't seen Beetlejuice, but I've seen the trailers and there's a lot of special effects. Beetlejuice highlight was the same as lowlight. That was to play off the audience as to distract everyone's attention from the lack of creativity from the director. I'd really like to see you do it a little bit better. It's me sipping tea. Shortly after the beginning, I was tempted to scream, Beetlejuice, 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 in order to make this horror disappear. That's iconic. I love that so much. I want to use it. I want to put that as merch. I was tempted to scream, Beetlejuice, 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 to make this horror disappear. Me, in any uncomfortable situation, just being like, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I love that. That's a great review. All right, 6 the musical. This is 6 the musical at the Arts Theatre in London. So this is on the West End. I'm sure when it comes to Broadway, there's gonna be a lot more, so we might need to check in on how that's going as well. These are all of my favorite musicals. I don't know why I do this to myself. 432 reviews. Let's go straight to terrible. There's 35. 16th of October, 2015. I don't think it was on, and given by the title of this person's review, I think it's the wrong musical. They said, American Idiot. Don't go if you enjoy singing along at musicals. This is about American Idiot. Oh, this is a review of the Arts Theatre. Apologies. Let's just find the reviews of 6 the musical. This makes more sense. There are 0 terrible reviews for 6 the musical. Let's just see what the worst one is. The worst one is an average, and they've said, it was nice. I enjoyed the show. It wasn't very long and the music was good. I even bought the studio album. It lost 2 stars because while most of the history was accurate, the Queen's only sung about stuff that's been told for years. Nothing new or insightful into the women, just the same old stuff. Which is funny given that the opening song teased the audience with learning stuff we didn't already know. That's kind of true. I mean, it's true. I love the musical, of course, but That makes sense. That's not a bad review. There's none for terrible, so that's the worst that we could get. We'll wait until Broadway because I think there's some controversy about Six going to Broadway. I hope it goes well. I would love for it to thrive, but I've heard a lot of people say maybe it's not going to, maybe it's not suited for Broadway. So we might check in on Six again when we get to Broadway. And now we're gonna check in on a classic, Hamilton on Broadway. So we're in the terrible reviews right now, and there's a lot of people that seem to not understand rap. Reviewed 19th of September 2019. Great lyrics, I think. If only I could understand all the fast-paced rap. What a huge disappointment last night on Broadway. If you can understand fast rap music for most of the entire show, it might work for you. So frustrated, this highly acclaimed event, expensive, $500. Plus is the worst performance I have seen here in NYC. Reminded me of the Emperor's New Clothes children's book. I wanted to stand up at break and yell, how many of you can understand what they're saying? I think the lyrics were funny and clever, but since the fast rap made it impossible to interpret, it was too frustrating to enjoy. But for me, like the masses who paid to see this, wouldn't believe this unless they witnessed it themselves. A lot of people would kind of kill to witness it themselves or to be in the room where it happens. A closed caption above the stage would have been the only way to save the show for me. If you haven't listened to the music, it can be pretty difficult to understand, but I think you can still pick up on what the storyline is. Fair, I guess? This one I just have to put in there because it's like a warning. 7th of February 2019, terrible. Beware. It's not that bad. Beware. You're not going into a haunted house. You're going to see Hamilton. Very overrated. The music, set, costumes were boring. Triggered. Such a hype for nothing. Save your money. I don't know why I do this to myself every time. Anyway, I'm gonna end that there because I'm getting triggered. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and let me know if you want to see this type of video again, and let me know what musicals you want me to look up the bad reviews for. My favorite part is that there's pretty much always grammatical errors, and it really takes away the impact of the insult. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye!